Welcome back to grammar. We are going to continue learning about adjectives today. So if we remember from yesterday, adjectives are words that describe nouns. Very good. Adjectives are words that describe nouns. So we can use adjectives to describe nouns, and we can also use adjectives to compare nouns. So grammar today is going to be one of those things that we've learned in the past where we learned it and then we kind of say, oh, I do that all the time anyway, or oh, I kind of already knew that just from learning language. So we're going to talk about comparing with ER and with EST. We're going to find out today that we use ER to compare two things. So if you are comparing two nouns, only two, then you use ER at the end of a word to describe that. And then if you're comparing more than two things, so this could be 3, it could be all the way up to 3,000. So if it's any higher than 2, then we use EST at the end of the word. We're going to go over to our grammar book and give it a little bit of practice and see what I'm talking about. We are looking at page 229 and 230. Today we're going to use adjectives to compare. So you saw in the first part of the video that we're using two suffixes, ER if we're just comparing two things, and EST if we're comparing more than two. So the first sentence we have is Christine's hair is longer than Ellen's hair. So we're comparing hair, and it's just two people, so we just add ER to our adjective of long. The next one says today is the coldest day of the year, which is pretty funny because it's probably really hot outside. They used EST to add on to their adjective of cold because it's more than just one day in the year. So we're going to take a look at the chart that they have for us and pay attention to some of the spelling rules they give us. The first one that they have for us, the adjective is green. And if we're comparing two, we added ER. We added ER to make it greener. And if we're comparing more than two, we added EST to make it green-est. Now, it says most adjectives do not change spelling when adding ER or EST. So most of the time, you can just tack it on the end. The next one they have for us is strange. Now, I'm going to jump to the spelling rules. It says if an adjective ends in silent E, drop the E before adding ER or EST. So if you look, when I go from strange and I add ER, I only have one E. And it would look funny if I didn't do that, because if I didn't do that in this part of the word to have a double E, we know that the double E makes a long E sound. So that word would, instead of stranger, it would be strangier, and that would be pretty funny. All right, let's look at the next one. If a one-syllable adjective has a short vowel followed by a consonant, double the consonant before adding ER or EST. Now, that was a lot of information, but let's take it one step at a time. Here's my word they give us is fact. It is one syllable, and I have a short vowel before a consonant at the end. So, there's my A, which is a short vowel, and my consonant is T. It wants me to double, let me slide this up a little bit. Wants me to double the consonant before adding ER or EST. So you can see they did the double T on both of those. This one I think is especially tricky, the spelling rule. I don't want you to stress too much over it. When you come across those words, do your best. I'm not going to mark you off for spelling, especially on that spelling pattern. The last one is if it ends in a Y. So this is our same rule for Y that we have most of the time, where we drop the Y, add an I, and then we add whatever's coming afterwards. So we took our Y, they changed it to an I, and then they added the suffix. So just in the same way, if we're adding like ES, just the same. I know that was a lot of spelling rules. Don't stress too much over those. More of an introduction. I'm not marking off for spelling. Let's give it a shot. The directions tell me to read each pair of sentences and then fill the circle next to the correct sentence. So, we're going to think about how many things am I comparing and did I use the right suffix. So, I have my marker and your pencil. So how many things is that? It's two things, so I know I should be using ER. So, and this, like I said, this is going to sound, if it's wrong, it's probably going to sound wrong. So it'll help you think about what you would normally say. My marker is brighter than your pencil. My marker is brightest than your pencil. We know it's 2, so it would be the first one, it would be ER. Now, the next one is talking about 3 girls, so it's more than 2, so I know I'm looking for EST. She is the younger of the 3 girls. She is the youngest. I would go with youngest. The next one, this section down here, it wants me to write the correct form and follow the spelling rules. So for this section, I'm gonna use my chart up here to help me. The first one is busy. I remember if it is a Y, I'm gonna change the Y to an I. So I should have B-U-S-I-E-R for 2. And then, oh no, my screen is gone. Oh, it's back. Thanks for your patience. It's just like being in class, guys. All the same things happen. All right, so I have busier, and then I'm going to do the same thing, B-U-S-I-E-S-T, busiest. All right, the next one is thin. This is one of those words. Thin is 1 syllable. My vowel is short. So I need to double my consonant at the end. So for 2, it would be thinner. Comparing more than 2 would be thin-est. Quick is just a regular one. I don't have a spelling change. So I'm just going to add my suffix at the end, quicker, and quick-est. The next one I have that silent E, so I'm going to drop it. So I have tamer and tame-est. Now, on the back, I just want to go over your directions. They're going to be pretty similar. Woo, here we go. The first part, you are going to underline the adjectives that compares the noun. So you're just finding the adjective that does the comparing. So you're looking for the word that ends in ER, I'll move my hand a second, or EST. The next one, fill in the circle next to the correct sentence. So for this one, you're just looking for the sentence that has it correct. Should it be ER or EST? The last part is following the spelling patterns. I want you to try your best on this one. Don't stress over it. Don't be afraid to flip back to the front, and I will tell you that this one is your 1 syllable short vowel. That's this one right here. Alrighty? And I do want you to do apply and write. Give me a sentence using sweeter or sweetest. Good luck.